do you know what the current theory of the construct of the universe is?
No, please talk to me.
Well, what do you know about it?
All right, ask the question again, please.
What do you know about the universe? What do you think the universe is in your mind? The structure. Of it. The structure. Of
I know,
it.
observing the
Is
like
it
the art of the universe.
Is it infinitely ending? What do you know about it?
I mean, I understand that there's definitely a theory that's going around that the world is flat, or that it's actually like a diamond shape.
No, I'm not talking about the world. I'm talking about the universe.
The universe.
The whole thing.
The whole universe
Yes.
on a cosmic level.
From this point, what happens if you keep going?
Okay, for every grain of sand, there's a star.
True.
Okay.
Did you know that every star in the sky is another sun for another solar system?
Every sun in the sky?
Every star that you see when you look in the sky, not in the city obviously because we can't see stars.
Is a sun.
Is a sun for another solar system. Like, you know, we have
so it's
10 planets
it's
on
a
Earth.
breathing Gaia amongst the cosmic galaxy. Are you familiar with Gaia?
A solar system is part of a galaxy, which is part of a, you know.
They feed on each other. They work off each other. The
sun is the energy that
they give each other resources.
The sun provides energy for the whole solar system. Yeah. Without the sun, there is no solar system, and we also revolve around the sun because it's the biggest thing in the solar system.
So the sun is essentially everything that's giving us life.
Yes.
Of the whole cosmic universe.
It's an extension. It's one extension of many multiple extensions that are infinitely expanding and.
Except for the shadow where there is darkness.
Well, we're not even talking about dark matter and black, you know.
I know that goes so deep too. Yet I'm just focusing on the shadow and how deep the levels of shadow go.
The thing is, so that's a universe, correct? But the current theory is that time and the universe are one thing. They're interconnected, and for every decision that you have made to bring you to this point that you are at now, there are infinitely many universes in which you have made the opposite decisions and turned out to be a different person.
Possibility paralysis.
But like, they're trying to say those places actually exist.
Oh yeah, there's multiple dimensions.
And we could go there.
Astral levels, and we do kind of go there in our astral projection, our consciousness, and
I told you I had an out-of-body experience when I died.
No, you didn't tell me that far.
I did say that.
You said that you had an out-of-body experience, but you didn't tell me the story.
That's right, I didn't, did I?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Alright, I know, I'm just letting you know. No, seriously, like, okay, slow down a little bit, because we are going, like, we're traveling at light speed amongst the galaxy right now, okay? So it's like, I understand, I recognize your cosmic consciousness. Not every single person was tapping into this, and at the same time, like, you could say some people weren't ready, or they chose. It's like, honestly, like, I feel like everything's in movies and everything's like a joke in our face in some aspect.
Oh, you know, I was really offended by that movie, Flatliners. I was really offended by that movie. Like,
the people that ride the death.
Yeah, they were dying on purpose.
Do you want to know why though? Well, yeah. Well, there's a science to that. It's the adrenochrome. You're not listening. Like people inject that. The rabbit hole goes so deep, and it's like all interconnected, and it's slightly sickening.
Did you see the rabbit hole movement?
I said the rabbit hole. I was actually gonna make a reference into, like, it's like the blue pill or the red pill in the Matrix. Like, yeah, do you want to wake up and know everything, or do you want to play pretend and be completely happy in your own ignorance and bliss of not knowing? Because the more you know, the more like crazy you go, right? The more.
Oh, you don't want to know too much, man. Curiosity killed the cat, my friend.
And not just that, though. Sometimes telling the truth can literally get you killed because people have this perception. Or, like, think about how even other things can get you. I'm going to mention a certain experience that happened to somebody, okay? So, you know, if you know me, I love American Sign Language, okay? So, that's something that's kind of, like, on a low-key level. People that actually really know me know that I really love sign language, okay? I guess that's a thing. Anyway, so I know someone who was a security officer at a local Fort Lauderdale club, or just, you know, our area, South Florida or whatever. I don't really know exactly where they were. I just know that they were a security officer, and how there was a gentleman who was deaf and who was signing. And someone in the club thought that they were throwing up gang signals.
Mm-hmm.
And they literally broke a bottle and went to attack the people.
Mm-hmm.
Not consciously being aware.
And?
I don't really know the rest of the story, I guess I never really asked.
What's the moral of the story?
I guess I'm just referencing how just like not having the right information can kind of put you in a situation, like, for example, some people have different belief systems kind of thing, and like there's kind of,
see that.
Yeah, like if some people have a belief system, if I see someone touching a child, I'm going to go chop their head off.
Well, the thing is, that man's belief system ingrained in him that someone who threw up the wrong signal should be...
Yeah, but where did he get that signal that he should take that course of action that made him think that to begin with?
He got that from the environment he was bred in, the streets he was raised on.
Do you not think that some things were placed there, but some things were placed there as an intention to see what would grow from that?
Like a social experiment?
Yes.
Possibly. Who's to say?
I mean, they've admitted that they've done it several times.
Who?
The U.S. government is one of them. They admitted to doing social experiments. Like where they fed... I was just talking about... They fed the children...
Project Ultra. They admitted to Project Ultra, first of all.
Well, there you go. That is one. Well, I was mentioning, though, where the government... This is actually on Wikipedia, though, so that kind of gives it... I mean, I know Wikipedia's not crazy... What I'm angling at is Wikipedia, they have a lot of control over what Wikipedia changes. Like, they can change Wikipedia in 2 seconds.
Oh, well, I actually go to Wikipedia has a lot of good shit on it.
I know. It's it's fascinating. You gotta do your homework. But though at the same time, you have to know that it's also framed in a certain way. Like, only certain content is...
It's totally disambiguated. They're not actually talking about the things they're talking about.
Define disambiguated, boy.
Oh, disambiguated is a term...
Stop. You said it like 10 times.
Disambiguation is when you describe something in terms that are... Alright, so... For example... Whoa, hold on. That was a little tense. Okay. If when I'm on the phone...
You're that sensitive?
Hold on.
You're clairaudient. I mean, no, hold on. I'm sorry. I don't know the word. You're, I'll find out the word. Remind me, clairaudient, clairsentient. It's not sentient, though. It's the one for smelling.
Why do you say that?
Because I know you got it. I feel it.
Okay. Why? Because that was intense?
It's more than that. Like, you are so hypersensitive to smell. Like, you discredit it. Like, you didn't recognize exactly how you could hone in and exactly know with your smell. Or just, like, sometimes how certain smells come in and just kind of gives you information. Like,
I thought you wanted to know what disambiguation was.
I do. I'm sorry. That just happened to me, though, and I just experienced that through you.
So, let's say that you wanted to make a story about a guy, right?
Okay.
And instead of a guy, we called this guy a baseball bat. Okay. So now the guy's a baseball bat, right?
Right.
So the guy walks into a club, right? But instead of the club, the baseball bat's a stadium. So now the baseball bat walks into the stadium.
Wait, slow the fuck down. You've already fucking lost me. What the fuck are you doing?
The guy's not a guy anymore. He's now a baseball bat.
Okay. And the baseball bat goes to a club?
No, the guy went to a club. But instead of a club, we're going to say he went to a baseball stadium. But he's still a guy.
But he's a baseball bat too. So this is the
But if I'm talking to you and anybody else ever sees us talking, the baseball bat went to the baseball stadium. But you really know that the guy went to the club.
Oh, but he went to the baseball stadium.
But everybody who ever heard us say anything to anybody ever...
Is that not hidden betwing the lines? Like, it's unspoken law?
Yes, that's reading between the lines.
It's the same thing, yeah.
Yes, that's disambiguation.
Why is it called disambiguation?
Because Wikipedia defines...
What's ambiguation?
Wikipedia has a whole dictionary that
is disambiguation.
That is disambiguated.
D-I-S-A?
What?
D-I-S-A or D-I-S-I?
D-I-S-A-M-B-U-G-A-T-I-O-N. Disambiguation.
Disambiguation.
Yes. It's like spinning a tale around a circumstance or event so that it can be hidden.
Framework. Yes.
But when you look at the disambiguated Wikipedias, they have a lot of information in them, and they lead to other disambiguated Wikipedias. And if you put the pieces together, it paints some weird pictures.
It's true. Yet there's a lot of things that people didn't really want to pay attention to, which is why nobody wanted.
Well, a lot of people say that Wikipedia is not accurate. That's totally true because it's disambiguated information.
That's why people also said it was fake news. It was selected information. We were only allowed to know part of the piece.
It's totally wrong on purpose.
There's another word for that.
They're not talking about what they're talking about.
There's another word for that, like on a scientific level, like where you only partially know the truth. We partially know the truth. There's a word for that.
We only partially know the truth.
That's what I'm saying, but there's a word for that.
But they know everything about what they published.
There's a word for that.
And the reason they publish is because they're sharing that information openly amongst themselves. And they're adding to it, and anybody can add to it at any time, as long as you know how. And also, they have a big thing about citing the people that you've edited beforehand and shit like that. So like they're like, keep it in the, like they want you to pay respect to the people before you and
pay
like,
homage.
Exactly, and change it correctly. Otherwise that's another thing. Those people, the Creative Commons, they're a little hinky. They're all linked. They have their fingers on all this shit.
Commons.
The Creative Commons.
What is this?
You know what the Creative Commons?
I don't know what the heck you're saying.
The Creative Commons
Creative
Commons. Commons is
like common people.
Yes, it's a license.
The Creative Commons.
They own Wikipedia. That's why.
Okay,
that's why you can change it, because it's licensed under the Creative Commons, which means that you're not being held to the legislation that was brought forth by the Millennium Act, back in the 90s.
By the way, what is the Millennium Act? You were talking about that. I never got what that was.
Millennium Act says that you can't steal stuff, or you can pay for it, and that's forever. From the internet. You can't steal stuff off the internet. Is
that the Napster age? Was that when that came out?
In the 1990s.
Oh,
yes.
1890.
In the 1990s. Right when the internet was...
The Millennium Act. It was 1990.
Millennium Act. Yes, so basically...
Millennium Act?
Because people were losing their profits from copyrights, the people who were putting out copyrights on the internet said that we're going to pass this new bill that says, if we know that you're stealing from us from now until forever, we can penalize you with interest forever, because we passed this bill, and we can track you so we can track you down and make you pay us with cookies, is what they
Let me recognize, I want to teach you something else. They're using the artificial intelligence to recognize your facial recognition so that these robots can trace you down and kind of come and get you. It's the repo contract. The movie Repo the Genetic Opera, there's actually a lot of hidden truth into that, because if you actually read your health insurance contract, there actually are in a lot of the health contracts, it does mention where they can repossess the organs should they choose to.
Have you ever tried to turn off your cookies?
No, I don't know anything about computers.
You can't. You can, but you won't be able to go anywhere.
What about the clearing the cookies thing?
No, it's not. No, you can turn them off. See, when you clear them, you're just like... See, basically, when you're doing that, you're saying...
I thought that cleans up the computer some way, to be honest.
See, what they do is they embed these cookies into your
What is a cookie? Like, I want a cookie. Like, you know what I'm saying?
A cookie is a piece of...
It's a computer information, though.
It's a piece of identifying information on where you've been on the internet. And it stays in your log forever.
Oh, so in my computer data, it has every single website I've ever experienced on the entire existence on the internet.
Exactly, and they also have a copy of that.
CERN. You know about CERN?
Well, they have a copy of that.
Okay.
And
who's they, by the way?
The people. The DMCA.
Who's DMCA?
The Digital Media Collaboration Administration.
Oh, you're saying... Okay. Okay. Nice. Keep going.
Yeah, so they know where you've been stealing from, and they're saying that they're keeping track of it through that bill, and they're saying that they have
the
ability to prosecute you for it
legally.
Yes.
So everyone's gonna owe,
and everybody's stealing more and more and more and more.
What about underground artists and stuff like that? To what extent does this go? Just people that have contracts with them?
If they're copyrighted, they
you know
can
what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, they created all these... But why... Think about this. Can we just... Like, I just want to cover one little thing real quick, okay? Think about these people that they put millions of dollars into.
How many contracts have you signed?
I'm talking about actually...
On the internet. How many boxes have you clicked and agreed?
Oh, I know. That's true.
Without reading them.
Right.
Have you actually read that? Because I have. And it's fucked.
I'm sure a lot of them are.
You might as well have signed away your life, because they're watching it, and they can legally.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Interesting. See, I'm not paying attention that much. See, what I was thinking about when you're talking about the cookies.
Did you know they're forced to comply with the government at the government's request? Any agency who's collecting information, such as Facebook, Yahoo, AOL, whatever.
Oh, they have, yeah.
They legally have to, if the government says, they actually send it right over to them without even asking. See the place, what do they call that place?
They're just collecting and filtering through data.
The National Security Administration?
Dude, please. I was trying to also mention one thing really quickly about basically think about how they're putting millions and millions of dollars into all these music videos, these music artists, and yes, and supposedly they're messing with their minds and they're training them since
That's not the government, that's the Illuminati. Come on.
You don't think that the people that are in that have their hands in the control, you don't think that they're the same?
They are the same. But Donald Trump's not in charge.
No, he's not.